Okay, it's showtime. How everybody feeling this morning? Because it is the morning, y'all know that, right? Alright, it's your boy, Vault Boy Vague, and we back with another episode of Live from the Vault, episode 49, Bonded, Bound by Honor, part 2. If you haven't heard part 1, go stream that joint. So basically, I'm gonna let y'all know what happened between my job, because as of yesterday, I had walked out and I had quit. Right, I'm about to come on camera too, y'all. I'm smoking right now. When I be smoking on the camera, they be demonetizing my shit. So give me a second. But yeah, I'm gonna tap in with y'all, let y'all know what happened, man. Y'all people make sure to hold your belt buckles, man. We gonna vibe for a minute tonight too, man. When you come in the chat, man, please hit the like button. Show your boy some love and support, gang. Hit that like button. So, yeah. As of yesterday, y'all, I had left my job. I walked out. It was basically damn near like a mental breakdown, gang. You know what I'm saying? Because I am far from a quitter. And I didn't want to, but I ain't seen no other way. That was the only other way I seen. It was like everybody who tried to talk to them, even me, a lot of times, nothing got nothing got taken serious. And, same things keep happening. So, like, we grown, gang. I feel like if we do talk, I'm only telling you one time. Because now I'm at the point, gang, we grown. I shouldn't even have to be telling you anything you doing wrong. I feel like if I gotta be telling you anything, then I just really don't need you around me then, gang. You feel me? So, yeah, I winds up, I leave, I step. So I'm like, man, I've been here 5 years, right, yo? I'm like, that's how I'm thinking. I'm like, I've been here 5 years. I'm still part time. I used to get full time hours though. Had a set schedule, all that. Get my 80, right? New director come in, he start playing. So like lately, as this year, I had got a few raises last year, right, y'all? I had got a few raises. I ain't gonna front. But as of the beginning of this year, because I got those raises like at the end of the year, motherfuckers start cutting my hours. So it's like, what's the point of giving a nigga a raise if he ain't gonna see it? Cause you cutting his hours. Y'all feel where I'm coming from? He ain't cutting no 1 or 2 hours. Motherfucker cut like 3 days off, gang. You know what I mean? That's more than $400. You understand what I'm saying? Alright. So they cut my days. I ain't even saying nothing. Mind y'all, I'm watching people come in after me, y'all, getting full time and all this shit, right? Cool, I ain't no bitch. I don't huff and puff. But this is my problem. Stop coming to me asking me for the favors when you gave these people these positions. I expect for them to know how to work and do these jobs. Don't come asking me for help, gang. You understand where I'm coming from, y'all? Because I'm telling you, man, I ain't going for it. Back in the day, man, I used to have that heart and be like feeling sorry for people. Like, that shit is over with, gang. Yeah, that part of me, that part of Wendell, that was a part of Wendell. No capping, gang. That part is gone. Gone, gone. You hear me? I ain't gonna even lie to you. That part ain't coming back either. We gonna tend to make sure of that. You hear me? We ain't having that. We ain't having that at all. I've almost finished, y'all. This week is already too. I gotta go to work tomorrow, and I'm up busting it up with y'all over here on two, busting it up with the gang. But I got a couple things that I wanna tap in with y'all. Well, what it do, young world? How y'all feeling today? Y'all already know it's your boy, Vault Boy V. You know what I'm saying? And we back with another one. Slap! Yeah, though. So I walked out yesterday, right, y'all? Mind you, let me tell y'all this too. The day before I walked out, I had called Vanguard. It's a place that holds my 401k. So you know what I'm saying? I got a plan now. So I called them, right, y'all. I asked them, boom, how much I got in my account. Lady come back. She give me a number. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. It was over 20K. I'm like, damn. Now, I could borrow from the money if I'm still at work. Or I could borrow whatever I want. But if I don't work for the job no more, I can get the whole thing. You feel me? They'll penalize me. Trust me, I already know. I did it twice at Giant. But at 20, they're gonna take probably like two stacks. Go ahead at. I got 18. Still got a job and income tax coming. I know what to do with this money now, yo. But regardless, I'm going up regardless with the 401k and not. But the 401k money would have got me there faster. But I'm still gonna go up regardless. You understand where I'm coming from? Now, they called me today. Boom, what's going on? I don't even know. I'm trying to tell you this. I don't even know how they got my number, gang. They probably had to get it from Padded Eyes or some shit. Padded Eyes a rat. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know. Because I ain't never get them niggas my new number, right? So they easily had to get it from Padded Eyes. There's only a couple, like two motherfuckers that got my number in there. They called me up. Boom, yo, what's going on? What happened? Yada, yada, yada. I'm telling you, break down. You know what I'm saying? No, how I'm feeling. What's going on? Shit I don't like. You feel me? Now I got their ear. Not only I got their ear, I got their balls. Literally. I got them by the balls now, y'all. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Come on my way. So, yeah, now they gotta play my game. You know? Now they want me to come up there. Now they want to talk. Oh, now you want to talk. When you see I'm not really playing game like this shit bigger than talking like a step. Trashed everything in my life and everything, gang. So trust me, in order for me to come back, I already got what I need to happen. You know, if they can't meet them requirements, give me my 18 grand and I'm out. I see y'all motherfuckers not at the top. I see y'all when I come down. We gotta make me come down and do a scooper. You feel me? That's when I'm gonna see y'all. Because other than that, I'm probably not gonna see y'all 9 times out of 10. I ain't gonna be seeing y'all. I don't see y'all now. And I be outside, but I stay on the move as well, though. You feel me? That's how I survive through this. Anyway, that song that was playing before when I tapped in, make sure y'all go stream or download that. That's on this channel. It's called I'm From 13th and Allegheny. Yeah, that's by me. Smoke. You hear me? Smoke. Y'all heard it. Pure smoke. And that's how we coming, man. I'm coming like that. Y'all want to hear? I'm gonna give y'all some. I'm gonna give y'all some more heat. Check this one out. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think about this music. It's classic, timeless. This one is called "Do It Again."
If I could start life all over, I wouldn't change shit, soldier. I'd do the same thing over. If I could change all my mistakes, I wouldn't change shit, brick. I'd do the same shit. No, I wouldn't, brick. For real, man. I'ma live my life to the fullest. Smoke weed, fuck bad bitches. Pop pills, I'm a fast nigga, but never crash, nigga. Vague just pass niggas in a Porsche 60 on a dash, nigga. I love the fast life, no it don't last long. But for the moment, I'ma ball out and ass homes. I gotta get it, cause my nigga Kev coming home. He gotta be second, having back in the jaw. He did a dime so far, and that's been too long. He still thinking these streets sweet, he did wrong. I try to tell him these little kids ain't the same, boy. They ain't open your shit up before the crack of dawn. I wouldn't change a damn thing about my damn life. I tell you twice without thinking, motherfucker, If I could start life all over, I wouldn't change shit, soldier. I'd do the same thing over. I wouldn't change nothing about my life. If I could change all my mistakes, I wouldn't change shit, brick. I'd do the same shit. All the mistakes made me who I am today. I'ma still grind on the block. I'ma still punch any clock. I'ma still bust any Glock. I'm a boss, so I'm still called every shot. I'ma still walk the streets with a heavy knot. You niggas can't roam the streets cause your respect's gone. Some niggas even wouldn't dare with they vests on. My little niggas only giving out unicorns. On the road to success, only pursuit we on. And we all out here trying to get it home. Trying to see another day before our time's gone. I done made it through the storm without getting torn. My niggas never had to ask for me to put them on. Let me tell you another thing about where I'm from. Niggas beating murder one, come home, man. If I could start life all over, I wouldn't change shit, soldier. I'd do the same thing over. Real shit, man. I wouldn't change shit. If I could change all my mistakes, I wouldn't change shit, brick. I'd do the same shit. I'm riding with myself, man, to the death of me. If I could start life all over, I wouldn't change shit, soldier. I'd do the same thing over. I wouldn't change my life. If I could change all my mistakes, I wouldn't change shit, brick. I'd do the same shit. I love my life. Why would I change anything about it? Shit. If I could start life all over, like I said, I wouldn't change shit. And I'd still be the damn shit. I done everything, you never done shit. you stuck with one bitch. Now that's a lame ass life I can't roll with. You can ask anybody that know the kid. I was always nice since a little kid. My life was nice, I ain't never really want for shit. We had it all in life, me and my cousin Brick. Two of the flyest niggas you ever seen exist. I told y'all that bond ain't to be fucked with. RBERSON, bitch. And for that name, I take anybody like. Fuck the price, I'll pay a life, cause nigga, fuck, man. If I gotta sit down and behind that wall, that's what it would be, man. If I could start life all over, I wouldn't change shit, soldier. I'd do the same thing over. I ain't never do no harm to nobody. If I could change all my mistakes, I wouldn't change shit, Brick. I'd do the same shit. I wouldn't take control of my life. Never that.
That's called Do It Again, y'all. So make sure y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all feel about that. Honest opinion. If you don't like it, that's cool. You know what I mean? You're entitled to say it's trash or whatever, gang. I'm not no emotional guy, man. One thing about me, man, y'all gotta learn. I know how to take constructive criticism. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm a damn sure be honest with you. This is what the internet is for, man. Networking. You know what I mean? We all on here to learn from each other, man. You know? That's what it's about. Absorb whatever you can. I know I am. I'm going to the top, man. And anybody who want to take this ride with me, y'all are more than welcome to come along, gang. You know what I'm saying? These joints right here, oh my God, yo. These Lifesaver gummies, the wild berry. I just had a pack of the other ones, the blue ones, the Collision. Oh. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm about to bring Vault Talk back. I'm about to relaunch VB Apparel. I got a lot of people, man. People been on my ass. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, for months about bringing VB Apparel back. There's a lot of work. I'm doing this because I'm getting back into my video editing too. You know what I mean? So y'all gonna start seeing more interviews, more music videos from upcoming artists. I'm going back. And that's kind of another reason why I really don't want to go back. Much as I know they need me. And I don't like the, leave people fucked over. That's one thing about me. I ain't that type of guy. Because I know how that shit is. When you got to do extra work. And I'm telling you, gang, I ain't saying this shit just to put myself on pedestal or I hate this or whatever, gang. Trust me, I know how much work I do. I do a lot. So without me, it's going, it's going to affect my my teammates too, man. Big time. They wasn't happy about that shit, gang. And my energy, man. My aura, gang. When motherfuckers feeling down, I'm gonna pick them up. That's the type of dude I am. You know what I'm saying? But, man, I gotta feed my soul too, y'all. I love y'all. I'm gonna give these motherfuckers a proposition. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm telling them they gotta put me overnight. Just let me come in here and do everything by myself. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to worry about me calling out. None of that. I'm gonna make sure all that shit gets done. You validate me? And then I'm gonna leave there in the morning and go make some more bread. That's the time I'm on. I gotta get back on my 88 shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get back on that 88. I get that 88 or 60, 70. Mm, mm, you gonna see another creation of Vague. I promise y'all. But I'm about to get there though. I'm about to get there. I got a lot of new VB and VG apparel coming for the summer, gang. Trust me. Yo. And and I've been learning how to custom dye the sneakers and all that. This Ray get goofy, man. Just all I'm saying, Dapper Vague. Just call me Dapper Vague. Yeah, man. And you can't say, man, I'm like the greatest promoter. And it come like, look, I've been VB'd out for like people will tell you like what 4 or 5 years now, man. I love VB apparel, man. It's hard to really get me in any other clothing line, man. I mean, come on, y'all. Let's keep it being like you can't say that VB shit ain't hot, gang. Look at that logo stamped up like that embroidery, gang. Like look at that embroidery, gang. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like why would I go get Polo and he don't even like us? Like why would I go spend, you know what I'm saying, a stack on Gucci, you know what I'm saying? And or whatever, 4 stacks, whatever, right? But if I be fucked up the day tomorrow, I can't call Versace sister, the lady who run Gucci, and ask her for $1,000 or whatever I need. You understand what I'm saying? But you could call your friend. Yo, we gotta. This is one thing I learned at a young age, man. I'm about to tell y'all some real shit, man. On some real 100 shit, gang. A lot of times you got to unlearn the things you learn. Think about that. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times you have to unlearn the things you learn. And what I mean by that is like, you know how like a lot of people just like black people just be Democrats just because they black. They don't know nothing about no Democrat and none of that shit, gang. You understand what I'm saying? That's retarded. You shouldn't be voting if you don't even know. You just voting for your mom or you feel some type of way and all this shit. And it's all mind fuckers. Like, dog, your vote don't really mean nothing. Think about it. I ain't trying to be smart, but it's like, we're not those type of people who can make that decision to put, people in the chair that run the world. We left it up to us. We probably had some crazy motherfuckers, some dippy ass person like Kylie Jenner and them. We leave it up to America. Let's keep it this shit a bean. They already know. I mean, you gotta do the votes, and it makes you feel like you're a part of it. That's all. You got y'all out here arguing, and Democrats and Republicans um getting drunk and smoking together afterwards. But this is what I'm gonna tell you, and this is just me speaking for myself. I can't speak for no one else. I don't have nothing against what nobody do. Do what you want, but don't knock me for doing. I never voted in my life. 9 times out of 10, I never will because I am a man, and I control my own destiny. I don't expect from no governor, none of nobody, not even the president. You know what I'm saying? He's a man too. This is what I would say, right? People, people. At one time, blacks was Republicans. If you look it up, do your history. Blacks used to be Republicans, and then I forgot how they got switched over somewhere around the lines with when the Kennedys came into play is when they crossed over to becoming Democrats. Do your history and your research, okay? Now, speaking for myself, every time a Republican was in the chair, I noticed I did good in life. And what I mean by that, like, just like with jobs, like when Bush was in the chair, I got a lot of overtime at Giant, all sorts of raises. I remember that. When Trump was in the chair, the unemployment and all that, what? 1,200 a week? That's what Trump gave me, gang, for like 2 years. Is you fucking crazy? Yeah, he did something for me. And I ain't even vote for him, gang. But I'm gonna keep that shit a bean. Yes, he did. Lil Obama gave y'all cell phones. Let's keep this shit. Let's keep this shit stacked. And this ain't got nothing to do with black or white thing. Cause all these niggas sell y'all dreams. That's what it's about. They sell you a dream and you buy it. Buy the dream. Same thing I do to them. Cause I learned from America. When I go to a job, I sell them a dream. Same way they trying to sell me a dream. Oh, you can move up. There ain't none of that happening, guy. Unless you a real, you know, dicky ass person. That I'm a man. So you can already know. I'm a man with pride and honor. Ain't no way I'm you tailing behind anybody. You understand what I'm saying? But that's me personally. I don't expect everybody to be the same way. And I'm fine with that. But yeah, I'm already hit them with that proposition gang. Cause if not, I'ma just keep it stepping. I can't I definitely can't do that shit in the daytime gang. With a lot of those type of people around me, man. I don't even want them people. So I hope the boy I hope he with it, man. That's all I can say, man. I hope he gonna be with it, cause I'm telling you, man. I'm really over this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how, like, when you over something, man, you be over it, gang. It's ready to start being real nice outside, too. Like, listen, man, I'm trying to be out here running, jogging, getting my exercise on, getting that perfect body again, gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm about, oh my God, man. I just feel, I can feel it, gang. I'm telling you, I just feel like I'm ready to take over the world. You know what I'm saying? And I am, man. But I'm gonna do it the right way, man. You know? I'm gonna make sure, I'm gonna just show y'all how this shit was supposed to be done for the people in the hood. Don't worry. I got us. For real, for real. All them other people, man, they ran. And Young Vade will never run, man. I get some more tats, man. Tat Ben, man. I gotta, I'm telling you, I'm about to start doing pre-recorded videos again, though. But live from the vault, I'ma always keep that live. I think that's the good thing. You know what I mean? That's why, because it's like live from the vault. So we're going to keep live from the vault live. And vault talk will be pre-recorded. And you already know, man, if you like to be a guest on the show, or you know what I mean, you'll like to join the chat, all you got to do is go over into the comments and hit that link that say StreamYard, and I'll let you in, man. You pop right up on the screen. We could chop it up, man. Don't be camera shy, none of that, man. Listen, y'all, it's a lot of money in these platforms and building with each other, man. It's enough for everybody to eat, y'all. No bullshit, man. It's a lot of money, man. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. So I'm gonna tell y'all. That's why I said I got a plan, like, with this shit, gang. Like, I ain't even thinking about that job, y'all. Cause I know I'm ready to put my all into this shit. Cause there ain't nothing better than doing something that you love to do and you making good money off of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the best feeling in the world. So I feel like eventually, I was going to quit it anyway. Like, I never had plans on retiring from there or anything. Like, that's why I be telling people, like, I don't plan on retiring. If I had to retire, gang, that would be like another 30 years. Picture that, gang. I already been working since I was 14 and never been unemployed. I've been working since I was 14. No cap, ask anybody that know me. I'm that number 14. I'm that number reverse. That's how. And I've been working over 20 years. I'm 41. You feel me? Had a lot of jobs, man. Worked at a lot of different places, man. Trust me. So I got a lot of different experience. But at the same time, y'all, I ain't gonna cat. At the same time, this shit goofy out here. And y'all know it. This shit really goofy. Well, I let y'all hear do it again. I'm gonna let y'all hear one more joint. My intro is fucking flames. Or let me know if you think I should change the intro. Tune in.
Yeah. Tells of a G. Slime. Kodak. What up, my niggas? I love my y'all. Niggas. Love y'all. WB. TC. PNB. Yo. Where I'm from, you gotta keep the banger every day. Cause if you get caught slipping, that'll be the day that them niggas spin that ass like E and J. And nowadays niggas fucking with A and K. And you ain't gotta have a reason for them to make you lay. It's fucked up out here, what more can I say? Running around with the pound on me all day. That thing cocked off, safety aiming broad day. Had you walking with Jesus like the boy, yay. Y'all niggas ain't seeing me like the boy Ray. Spin your block, let it go about 50. And I dare your team to try to come and get me. My slimes will be on they top like a toupee. 3 the hard way, King Big, that nigga J. Close encounters, 3 abduction niggas on his way. And if I'm broke, you get abducted, nigga, by the way. And especially if you getting money. I know some youngers that's popped and they hungry. And they'll put you down for a small loan, G. So be careful how you moving when you roaming. And it don't matter if you got your little chrome, man. This shit we got, you better stop, drop, and roll, fam. Cause once them things bland, the scene going mayhem. And I don't stop until the clip going to tech jam. Life full of scams, better execute your plans. When you see your dreams sinking like quicksand. My man Kev doing life in a fucking can. He went in as a child, now he a man. I can say time flying, but my nigga can't. I'm out here on go, he on stop in the can. I gotta get it for me and mine in this little man. So anything goes on this fucking green land. Don't cross that line, fam, or fill us 9, man. I'ma tell y'all niggas for the last time, man. If you ever cross the motherfucking slime, fam, you gon' see more bombers than the Taliban. Eat a nigga up for that money in the truck when them balls spit. Rush your door, hit the floor quick. With that dough, I ain't tryna hear that bullshit. Listen, dog, don't make me dump the whole clip. I love my team and we all gonna get rich. You got 9,000 grams with them fucking bricks. You think we playin', put a hole in your fucking bitch. We done rented out strips and cop hot whips. We lock blocks from the G to Allegheny, bitch. I got real cash money like a billionaire. 200 mil in the safe stacking every year. And the 911 Porsche with the 6 gears. Dick get more hugs than a teddy bear. It's a dirty game, nobody playing fair. When niggas die, ain't nobody shedding tears. Life's a bitch, then you die and they ain't even fair. I know niggas that'll let off while your mom's there. Cock and squeeze, bust the blood pressure in your head. These blocks locked, we don't give a fuck about the Fed. I got power and respect, and my money tall. It's your vague motherfucker from the block wall. And y'all know not to disrespect Cat Raw. You beef with my team, nigga, then that means war. What the fuck is you niggas trying to scheme for? My niggas train your whole heat like Marine Corps. I don't miss shots, that's what the beam for. I got a lot of dough, nigga, but I need more. What's the use of spending mine when I can take yours? I throw shots at your squad or the law force, and throw a beam 25 in a small Porsche.
Y'all fucking with that? That shit grease. That shit grease. Yeah, listen. That shit came out 2012. 11 years ago. Still grease. Still grease. Now, on some real shit, y'all. We gonna look at this video together. This is my man Black Balloon, y'all. I'm putting y'all on. So I hope y'all are conscious-minded people. Alright? He pointed out some crazy and Pop Smoke death that definitely lets us know that Pop Smoke was definitely set up by the shadows. If you know, you know. The shadows. You know what I'm saying? The video is brought to you by my homie. His name Black Balloon. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his YouTube channel too, man. He does awesome work. Y'all gonna see. Because we're gonna take a look at the video that he did on Pop Smoke, but he has many more videos that if you had that, if you free-minded type person like me, man, oh man, you're gonna fall in love with his channel. You're gonna fall in love with his channel. Fuck it. Let's dive into it. Y'all ready? We're gonna dive into it, man. Shout out to my man Black Balloon, man. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Let's get into this, y'all.
always knew I was gonna be big, you know. Like I always knew I was gonna be like someone. I just ain't know that shit love. It's love. I'm saying it's like no other. You know, growing up where we grew up, we never really had no, well, me, speaking for myself, I never really felt love or nothing like that. So like when you, obviously when you go on stage and everything, everybody just singing your lyrics and what you put your time and effort to is, there's no other feeling like that. It's like, it's crazy. It's the only time I really feel love.
The 20-year-old seen in this recent music video was just about to head out on tour. But this morning, fellow musicians like Chance the Rapper are sending out condolences. They say Pop Smoke was shot and killed during an early morning break-in at a home in the Hollywood Hills. All police are saying right now is that they got a 911 call just before 5 a.m.
The radio call was called in by someone from back east and stated a friend of theirs' home was being broken into by multiple suspects and that one of them was armed with a handgun.
When police arrived at the home on Hercules Drive, they detained several people who turned out to be witnesses. Those men say there were between 2 and 6 suspects. At least one was wearing a mask.
All right, y'all. Now we back with the Pop Smoke video. And I believe right now was a pretty good time for a lot of y'all to have been requesting video, because recent news was that one of the guys who killed Pop Smoke, or the only guy that shot off the shots, he just pled guilty to, I believe, a lesser charge of murder. I think it was manslaughter. He got 4 years. That does not include time served. And I think he's doing those years at a juvenile hall since he was about 16 when the murder happened, maybe 17. And he is 20 years old now. So it brings some relevancy to doing this video. Now, I'm excited to bring this video to the channel because I believe there's a lot more to the story than what we were given. I want to start the video off with us listening to the 911 call. Now, I was kind of sketchy about putting this entire call in this video because of it possibly getting flagged or restricted, because it's kind of harmful content. YouTube deems stuff like that to be harmful content. But I believe it holds a lot of details to us figuring out whether this was a setup or not by the people that he knew, or if this came from the industry that would have made this a setup murder of Pop Smoke and not just some random event where, you know, these young dudes that were a part of the Hoover Criminals in LA, the Hoover Criminals set, which, you know, used to be Hoover Crips, but now Hoover Criminals. This story they gave us was that, you know, these young dudes was lurking his Instagram like they do a lot of people that visit the Hollywood Hills or whatever, and they're known for robbing these houses in the hills. So just, you know, this random day they just happen to know and be aware and following Pop Smoke, I'm assuming, on Instagram. This is the story that they gave us. And, you know, they saw his address, they typed it up, blah, blah, blah. But we're going to read the official report in this video as well to get both sides. As I was saying about the 911 call, this gives us a little bit more detail, because if you listen to it very closely, you'll hear some things in the video that will kind of feed our narrative of this being a setup and a little bit deeper than some random young Hoover criminals deciding to pull up on the house that Pop Smoke just happened to be in. Pulled up twice, actually, not just the first time, and went in. Came to the house when no one was there, which we're going to go more into that. We're going to go more into the...
Y'all hear that? Twice. These dudes was at Pop Smoke house twice. Listen, y'all, pay attention.
Official story. As I was saying, the call will give us a little bit more details. So I want y'all to listen to it very closely. If you have to, put your phone to your ear. Listen to every word in the background because it's quite clear. Then I'm going to come back and talk about a little bit more on how I believe this was more of a setup rather than it being a random attempt to rob someone for their watch and jewelry. Not money, just watch and jewelry. So with that being said, real quick, go ahead and check this out.
You need to come here.
Hi, do we have anything? Hello, this is the fire department. They're not talking.
Sir?
Hello?
Hello?
This is
The fire department.
this fire department's on the line, sir. What is, give me your, hello? Hello? PD, what are your numbers?
Okay.
I'm going to tell them to wait for LAPD. All right. Okay, I'll send them. Yeah, me too. I'll get it going. Thanks. Hello?
Who else is speaking? Bro, I can't back. This has been a war. You go somewhere else. I think she's playing that way. I heard some shuffle. Yo, I don't know what to do.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, this is the fire department. I know, but you're not talking. We're already on our way. Give me your...
Yes.
Okay, unit's already en route. Is the person who did...
I can't talk to you anymore. I can't talk to you anymore. Just
Okay,
come here.
do you know what to do?
No.
Okay, then listen to me. I'm going to tell you how to help this person.
I'm listening.
Okay, now listen. The person...
Just got here.
Okay,
No.
all right. Now, how many...
Yo, this.
Okay, listen. Get it. Are you in a safe place, sir?
Yeah, I don't know.
Unknown, okay. They're on their way. They're on their way.
I'm going to sit down with
All right, so that was the 911 call. Now, to start it off, a lot of people were confused about who made the call. And, reports say that the call was made from someone else, that it was not actually made by the girl that was with Pop Smoke, nor...
Now, that is another thing, because I think they're going to tell you in here, like, the call was made from somebody back east. Like, how does somebody back east call all the way across the other side of the map about a crime that's going on? This shit is crazy, y'all. Pay attention, though, man. Live from the vault, man. I'm bringing y'all this reactions. Black Balloon.
the guy, Mike D. Now, whoever made the call, it doesn't really matter, because somehow, however they did it, the call was transferred to the people that were actually in LA at the house. Because you can hear from the guy saying, Mike D, that come here. Like, he wasn't talking at all to the dispatcher, but he was telling them to come here. So clearly they were inside the house where Pop Smoke died. What sounded like Pop Smoke in the background saying a few things. You could hear the girl that was there saying how, she heard something about the window. She heard a scuffle or whatever. You can't hear everything she says, but some of the words you can make out. In the beginning, she was like, why me? I'm assuming the dude was probably talking about her getting on the phone and talk to the dispatcher. Everyone in the comments of the 911 call video, everyone thought that this was a setup. Everyone also was, mad at how the dude basically responded on the call, which is why I said every video I've done that had an intense 911 call in it, there's always confusion. There's always a lack of cooperation when y'all are supposed to be explaining things to get help on how to nurse a wound until the medical team gets there. I guess as far as the whole address thing, it doesn't really matter, because when you call 911, they're able to ping where the call is coming from, regardless of the person telling them the exact address. You telling them the exact address just gives confirmation of where they're actually going to. But I highly doubt they need, the person to actually say the address. So I'm not gonna make that a big deal about him not giving up the address. What was a big deal is how they just really didn't seem as if they cared. You know, the guy he told the dispatcher, I can't talk to you anymore. It's like, how are you on the phone? However that call was transferred, how would you tell a dispatcher you can't talk to them? The dispatcher like asked like, what's the address? And then he responded, yes. You know, or that could have been an edited clip before it got to the internet, where it edited out a few things that he said in response, and when it came back, you know, it just gave us this kind of weird audio to where the response was cut off and then the last word was put back into the audio. To us, it made it seem like he wasn't answering the question. But regardless, there was no corroboration. There was no like urgency. And whether or not you want to believe Pop Smoke in the background, he said, who else was with you? When the girl was talking to him, you could clearly hear him say, who else was here? Who else was in the room? You could clearly hear him say that. I think it's around the 44-second mark of the clip. Listen closely. You could hear him running out of breath and say, who else is here? Who else was in the room? Now, a lot of people was thinking that he said, you grew up with me, I was loyal to you, but he didn't say that. He didn't say that. If you listen very closely, you can hear him say, who else was here? And he's like running out of breath as he's saying it. Rather than not, you want to believe that's Pop Smoke, but I'm pretty sure that's him. Then he says, who else was in the room at around 45-second mark? Now, another key thing that a lot of people noticed at the end of that clip was around the one, right when it ended. Right when the video ended, I think at a minute and 54 seconds or a minute and 50 seconds, you can hear the guy Mike D, which it sounds like, I think he's the only voice of the dude that's talking to the dispatcher. He says, how much are the diamonds worth? And then it kind of cuts, the audio cuts to the watches on the shelf. It cuts, so that's why I say the audio was edited in a way, because I know just from editing videos, when someone says something and then another audio cuts right under that audio, it was edited. You know, like whatever was in between it, they didn't leave enough space in between it so it sound natural, so it just cut right under the audio that had just stopped playing, because it said, how much are these diamonds worth? Then there was no pause in between. It was the watches on the shelf. It was like, how much are these diamonds worth? The watches on the shelf. It was that quick, so you know it was edited somehow. So whatever was in between that, we won't know what was said. But a lot of people just took that, you know, and was skeptical about it, because it's like, if your friend right here dying, laying naked on the floor, which I'm assuming he was naked, it's like, why are you worried about how much the diamonds are worth? And that's another thing, which we're going to get into it, because a lot of people miss this part. Because, you know, a lot of channels did videos on Pop Smoke, but they failed to dissect whether or not this was a setup. They all just focus on the main story of, you know, these little young Hoover criminals robbing him just because of the Instagram post. They failed to dig deeper and really critically think about the fact that he was set up. Y'all got to think about it. This man was naked in the shower. How you get caught naked in the shower if someone ain't say, yo, come on in right now? It's very rare that you catch someone in the shower. Bro was in the shower. We're going to come right back to that. Hold that thought. We're going to come right back to that, because I got a picture to show y'all. Some of y'all might remember this, but I got something to show y'all. But before we get into that, let's rewind a little bit, because we're at the tail end of the story of the 911 call after everything happened. So this video wouldn't be proper without reading the narrative of what they say really happened. So we're going to read the article of how everything supposedly happened that led up to that 911 call. All right, so check this out. All right, now we're here at the article that I found best explain the situation, and of course it's from Los Angeles Times. It says, a rising rapper, an ill-fated Instagram post, and a killing in the Hollywood Hills. Pop Smoke. I may not read the entire article. It's a pretty long article, but I'm gonna give y'all everything we need to know about the official narrative. It says at 2 a.m., a black BMW rolled past the house the rapper Pop Smoke was renting in the Hollywood Hills. The driver circled back and stopped. A security camera across the street captured a passenger getting out and sneaking toward the back of the house before returning a minute later. The car sped off. The budding rap star was a few miles away at a recording studio on Sunset Boulevard. He returned 2 hours later and again a car pulled up. Pop Smoke returned to the house at about 4 a.m. because the black BMW first came at 2 a.m. Then they left. Says this time an Infiniti sedan with the headlights off pulled up. It was 4 people that emerged and slipped into the shadows along the side of the house. One thing you gotta ask yourself, how did they know to come back 2 hours later when Pop Smoke was there? You know, you gotta think about this. You have to think about everything that they're telling you. How did they know to come back 2 hours later? They just guessed, they just figured, oh shit, y'all, about 4 o'clock, he should be back, we'll pull up back then. In a different car. Says 10 minutes later, 3 of them ran back into the camera's frame. The footage showed the 4th walking out the front door holding a purse and a gun. Inside, the musician lay sprawled at the foot of the staircase, dying from a gunshot wound to the chest. The death of Pop Smoke, whose real name was Bashar Jackson, stunned the music world. Says in court, the LAPD detectives described the home invasion they alleged spiraled quickly into a murder. A heist conceived by teenagers, the crime was as brazen as it was pointless. A killing that robbed the rap world of one of its brightest young artists, while netting the alleged killers a watch they sold for just $2,000. The watch, his Rolex, which I assume it was a Rolex, diamond studded, they sold for only $2,000. He died at 20 years old. Jackson would not know the breadth of the critical acclaim and commercial success his music received after he was gone. The morning of. It says a few hours after the killing, Frank Flores and Carlos Camacho, detectives of the LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division, headed to the crime scene. Flores noted 3 9mm shell casings on the floor upstairs. In the kitchen, the detective found a black gift bag from Amiri, which is supposedly where the address thing came from on Instagram, you know, with the bags and how they, you know, basically showed the address on the stories, him and Mike D. Says when the bag arrived a day earlier, Jackson posted a picture of it on Instagram that exposed the house address on a label. Spotting the post with alarm, a talent manager from the rapper's record label had asked him to take it down. So supposedly, from his label, he was asked to take that photo down. Says when they reviewed the footage from the surveillance systems at the homes on the street, the BMW and the Infiniti piqued their interest. They could discern parts of the license plates through DMV records, learned both cars were registered to a 19-year-old named Corey Walker. A judge had signed off access to the Google account linked to the email address Walker had provided when he bought the Infiniti. In the hours before and after Jackson was killed, Flores testified that someone who was logged into the account made several searches of interest to the detectives. At 2:45 a.m., which would have been 45 minutes after they came to the house the first time, the account's users searched the house address and visited the LAPD's website. He said at 4:08 a.m., the user looked up the address on the real estate website Zillow, which features several photos of the inside of the house. So maybe he was trying to look at how the inside of the house looked. And you have to remember, they came at 2 o'clock. So they already knew where the house was. This says at 4:08 a.m., they looked up the address on real estate website Zillow. So they wouldn't have been looking up the address to see where it's at. They'd already been there. They must have been trying to see what the inside of the house looked like. Then it says at 5:15 a.m., about an hour after the shooting, an internet search of Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust was made. And just before 8 a.m., the user queried Breaking News LA and checked Channel 7's breaking news page. Basically was trying to see if it was on the news because they knew they had shot and killed Pop Smoke. And at 5:15 a.m., they were trying to see how much the Rolex was worth. Then the detectives got another search warrant for Walker's phone records, which allowed them to retrace his movements that pinged off of cell towers. So it says the morning Jackson was killed, Walker's phone exchanged calls with a number associated with a 17-year-old boy, Sean Hansen. The Times typically does not name juvenile defendants at 1:34 a.m. Both teenagers' phones were hitting off a tower on Florence Avenue in South Los Angeles, but by 2:04 a.m. their phones were in contact with a tower on Mulholland Drive in the Hollywood Hills. Then about 90 minutes later, their phones again pinged off towers in South Los Angeles. So this was how they put together the fact that They were actually on Mulholland Drive in Hollywood Hills. It says, after a night at the East West Studios in Hollywood, Jackson climbed into a white Range Rover with his childhood friend, Mike D, and Amelia Rose, a woman who he had met that night. Alright, y'all, now it's time we get into the setup of Pop Smoke. Now, if y'all remember this a while back, Young Berg said the same girl who set him up a few months before Pop Smoke died was the same girl that set up Pop Smoke. Because we all know how things go down in LA. Now, one thing I want to say before we get into this is that I've already told y'all, every time a rapper comes up and they're from another state but they die in LA, it was set up to be that way. He was murdered, and I believe set up by his label. And we're going to get a little bit more into that. Just like how they did King Von. They would never be able to set them up in the states where they live. They set up Von as well. That's why they got Von here in Atlanta.
What y'all
Same with
think?
Pop Smoke. That's why they got him to go to LA without any security. It was a setup from the beginning. So supposedly this is how it happened. The girl that set up Young Berg was not the same girl that was with Pop Smoke the night that he died. That's not Amelia Rose. I forget the other girl's name, but it's not Amelia Rose. She's actually a black girl. Amelia Rose looked like she's like, you know, she's definitely from another country, because in her statement, she said they took her passport. Might be like Russian or something. I don't know what she is, but she's not American. There was a bit of confusion. I almost want to say Young Berg confused the two girls, but who knows? You know, maybe the girl that set him up could have also had a hand in this and getting it all to play out the way that it did. So that was Young Berg piece of it. He said Pop Smoke was set up by the same girl, right? Remember this picture I just showed? This is Amelia Rose. She was the girl that was with Pop Smoke the night that he died. That's Amelia Rose, right? We're gonna check out this statement from Amelia Rose, okay? This is her basically telling, you know, on Instagram how Mike was fake and how Mike was involved. Mike D, one of Pop's best friends. She said, Mike, you are so fake. I'm sure you are involved in what happened. Your reaction and everything you did that night was so weird. When we were on our way home, you were so nervous. You were texting someone the whole time. When we got home, you were talking to someone on the phone. Maybe you would tell everyone the truth. Who is the black woman who did the setup? Now she's talking about who Young Berg was saying set him up. Who are the people involved in his, I'm assuming it says death or murder. You know everything, I saw everything. When Pop was talking to someone on the phone, you went to look out the window. I remember how you looked out the window and wrote to someone. It is from this window that you can see the stairs along which they climbed to the second floor. 2 rooms overlook this balcony, and I wonder how they knew which room to go to. I'm sure, Mike, that it was you who gave them the information to basically go straight to the room that Pop Smoke was in. Because I'm sorry, y'all gotta remember, on the Google search, on one of their phones, they looked up the rooms and stuff in the house on Zillow. But them doing that, they won't have a whole layout of the house and know exactly where Pop Smoke is. Something had to be told to them. Like I already said, remember, he was in the shower supposedly. And then we have to go all the way back to the fact that they came at 2 o'clock and then they came back at 4. So someone told them that they were on the way back to the house. They didn't just show up 2 hours later because they just automatically knew he was going to be there. No. Someone told them to come back and what time to come back. Or someone text Pop Smoke, which I found some more information that, you know, some other people text Pop Smoke to make sure that he was at the house as if they were going to pull up. And that's how they sent the young dudes in. That's how they confirmed that he was there. That's why they came back 2 hours later. Or it was probably Mike or the girl the entire time, because she said, who is the black woman who did the setup? So that means somehow, some way, this other girl that set up Young Berg, she's somehow involved in this. All right? This is why I think It was set up by his label. Someone at his label was gonna take out Pop Smoke, and Fabio Foreign was gonna reap the benefits from it. Why? Fabio blew up the most after Pop Smoke died. Fabio wouldn't be who he is today if Pop Smoke was still here. Clearly, he has benefited the most from Pop Smoke dying. Pop Smoke and Fabio, they was together the night before Pop Smoke went to LA. Then Pop Smoke met up with On Point Like Op in LA with Mike D. Mike D and his photographer Apex, they the ones who had Pop Smoke go to LA and rent out that Airbnb with no security. Now, that's why I said it could have been a case where people who actually knew Pop Smoke acted like they were about to pull up, text him, got the address to make sure that he was there that night. Forget the address, him posting it online and all that. That does not still give them the time on when he's actually going to be at the house. So it was more of a setup. So someone who texted him asking for the address and for them to pull up that night when he got back to the house, that was them confirming that he was there. They already knew the address because remember, they got to the house at 2 o'clock and then they left, 2 a.m. So somebody posed and act like they didn't know the address, text Pop Smoke to make sure he was at the house. Then they sent the young Hoovers back to the house for the hit. They were just trying to confirm that he was there. I almost think everyone was in on the setup, including the Amelia Rose girl. But once it all happened, she started exposing things that happened that night. And she started exposing Mike D. This was a hit. They set him up. They sent him there with no security. Nobody truly there watching his back. And they went in with intent to murder Pop Smoke. Y'all missing one thing. I've said it multiple times throughout this video. Bro, they came to the crib at 2 a.m. Then they came back at 4. If they wanted to really rob Pop Smoke, they would have went in the house at 2 a.m. If they wanted to just look for jewelry and look for shit in the crib, they would have went in at 2. Who told them to come back at 4 something? Around 4:15 a.m. How did they know to come back, y'all? So they just wanted to personally rob Pop Smoke of what was on him? No, this was a hit. That's why nobody else died nor got shot. Nobody died, nobody got shot but Pop Smoke. This was a hit, and it was set up by his label and people that he know, and those 2 girls, and Mike D. And that's the truth. That's why I said the whole, I just think the whole robbery narrative is what the setup was, is what the story was to make it seem like, it was a robbery gone wrong. But at the deep end of it, he was set up to be killed by people that he knew. And it started in New York because those are the people who benefited from it. Who else? Maybe Ross Swish. Fabio maybe benefited the most as far as career-wise. Fabio for sure. He blew up, bro. He's now what Pop Smoke would have been. Pop Smoke would have been bigger, of course, but still. Fabio getting everything. They sent him to LA with no security, and that was the setup from the beginning. He never went to LA, in his mind, he was going to go do, business, record, stuff like that. But he had people plotting on him in the shadows, demons. And they gave him up. He was sacrificed. And how you know it came from the industry, it came from his label? Because the address of the house was 2033. Pop Smoke was 20 years old. and the number 33. Just like every single video I do on this channel has the number 33 involved. That's how you know this was a hit and not a random robbery. The address was 2033. You think Pop Smoke booked the Airbnb? No, he didn't book it. His manager booked it. The people at the label booked it for him. That address on purpose. His age and the number 33 for the symbolism to show you who is behind the setup and the death of Pop Smoke. Alright, y'all, so that about wraps this video up. I really want y'all to let me know what y'all think in the comments, and if y'all seeing the same things that I'm seeing it the way that I do, because it's clear as day that he was set up. This was not a random robbery. There's no way possible that it was. And yeah, man, y'all let me know what's going on in the comments. Y'all already know, man. Y'all keep giving me y'all suggestions. We got more work to do. I do appreciate every last one of y'all. And with that being said, it's Black Balloon, and I'm gonna see y'all soon. I'm out.